Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. We're getting so close. In our first story, choosing beggars who need a ride but have expensive taste in cars. Let's jump right in. This happened at the worst time of our lives. Our 20-year-old son had died. This story is what happened the day we came home from the funeral. We are flying home after our son's funeral, and my husband's sisters, Millie and Mary, accompany us and are coming to a memorial service the next day. On the flight, one of the sisters, I don't remember which, tells my husband that they don't have a rental car reserved. My husband says, "Sorry, can't help you. We are getting picked up by our neighbor." He tells them they can use his corporate discount at XYZ Car Rental and get a great deal. Problem solved. Not a chance. After we land, we are waiting for all the luggage. We had 2 bags for the 4 of us, and they had 8 for 3 people. Obviously, we had our luggage long before they even had half of their luggage. Our ride shows up, and we tell Millie, Mary, and nephew to call us when they get settled at the hotel. We made reservations for them near our home and close to the church where the service will be held. Note, they didn't want to stay at our house because we didn't have a pool, and they were treating this as a mini vacation. Hours go by, and we haven't heard from anyone. We call, we text, we call mom, but nothing but radio silence from the terrible trio. 4 hours later, they finally call my husband. We find out they are not in the hotel we arranged, which was an extended stay place with in-room kitchenettes and an outdoor pool. It was July. They are at a freaking 5-star hotel, about 45 minutes away. When my husband asks what happened, Millie tells them the lines were too long at the car rentals, but the limo rentals had no one in line, so we took a limo, and the limo driver was so nice. He told us he could take us to a better hotel, one with an indoor pool and room service. So that's where they went, stuck at a really nice hotel, still with no car. I suggest to my husband, after he calmed down, that his sisters could just use my car. We wouldn't really need it for the next few days. My husband calls his sister back and tells her that I will allow them to use my car as long as no one smokes in it. This is a hard rule with me, and they agree. We drive to the hotel, and my husband, who is still fuming, says just drop the keys at the desk for them and we are out of here. So I walk in with my car keys, go to the front desk, and tell them that I am just dropping off keys for Millie and Mary, and could I use an envelope. As I am writing down where the car is parked, Millie and Mary walk up to the front desk, so I just hand over my keys, tell them where the car is, and turn to leave. The girls followed me out to the parking lot, said they wanted to say hi to my husband and ask if we wanted to go out on the town tonight and do it up right. My husband was parked next to my car, small 4-door sedan, in his new BMW. When they looked at the keys and saw they weren't to the BMW, they lost their fudge. Millie starts, "We need the bigger car, we have more stuff." Mary complains that the sedan would be too small for nephew, big boy, and she would feel better in the Beamer. My husband barely makes eye contact with anyone, tells me to get in the car, we've got arrangements to make, and off we go. The girls call mom, of course, and complain to anyone who would listen, but they didn't get to drive the Beamer. Oh yeah, they were 45 minutes late to the memorial, dressed in tank tops, cut-off shorts, and flip-flops. And the kicker? Millie and nephew are smoking as they get out of my car. In story number 2, we have a choosing beggar that anyone would be lucky to date. So I was taking a nice drive with the dog, just listening to the radio. I'm a woman in my early 20s in case anyone wants to know. On the radio station, they started this new segment called Other People's Problems. It's the first time I heard them mentioning it, so I had no idea what it was about. That's when one girl calls in. I'm like, okay, she's gonna share her problems and maybe we'll all laugh about it if it's something silly, or maybe it's something people can all relate to. Nope. Apparently, it's a segment where the radio show hosts try to give strangers advice on their problems, then other listeners call in to add their 2 cents. No idea whose idea this was, but not their best moment. Why these radio show hosts are forced to listen to other people's problems and give them advice on a daily basis is beyond me. Isn't that a therapist's job? I think they canceled the segment soon after, for good reason. Anyway, this woman, Choosing Beggar, calls in. Hi! So I met this guy online and we decided to go on a date, right? I got ready, put on my makeup, take a shower, get all dressed up and head out, right? So then I meet him for our date. During our date, he barely talked and was so awkward and was not at all like he said he was. It was just so awful, so awful. So I'm like, ugh. Like, I wasted so much time meeting this guy and put so much effort into getting ready and everything. I sent him a request for him to pay me $20 for my troubles, like for gas money and for my time and stuff. What do you guys think? I should get compensation for this, right? And I'm thinking this girl cannot be serious. The radio show hosts were visibly, or hearingly, pretty lost for words. The female host was trying her best to sound neutral about the whole thing, but also trying to act in a sociably acceptable way, like all radio show hosts. So the female host said something along the lines of, yeah, I mean, I've been on a handful of pretty awful dates myself, but I never considered this before. But now I'm thinking, why haven't I never thought of this before? I would say go for it, girl. You could tell she was saying all this just to remain socially pleasant. The male host was not as compliant. Honestly, what if he promised to pay you back when you guys meet again but doesn't? And then you just lose even more money. I mean, I'd say go for it, I guess, just to see what happens. Did he pay for the date? No! We paid for our own meal type of thing. He didn't even pay for my meal. Oh, you could practically hear his brain cells yelling, this girl is flipping insane. So you want him to pay you because you had a bad date? Choosing Beggar in her super squeaky, annoying voice. Yeah, for my gas and my time, you know? And then one of them says something like, well, let's talk about this again after this song by this artist. Insert SpongeBob's a few moments later. So after the song plays, a few different women had called in to give their opinions on the matter, everyone saying she was absolutely crazy for asking some guy to pay her because the date wasn't great. I was glad to see that my hometown wasn't full of crazy choosing beggars. I wanted to call the radio to give my opinion on this woman's problem because it was just so incredibly ridiculous. I wanted to say something, but I didn't have my phone on me. With this woman's logic, does that mean anytime she goes anywhere and she doesn't enjoy herself, she will ask them to pay her for her time? If she goes out to a restaurant and doesn't completely enjoy her meal, will she demand that her restaurant pays for her time? She shouldn't be expecting anything from this guy, no matter how awful the date was, which, by her description, really wasn't that bad at all. So, the choosing beggar lady from my hometown, get over yourself and get a life. Now, am I the only one who's thinking, maybe this guy didn't have that great a time also? Perhaps she should be paying him. In story number 3, we have a choosing beggar once again showing the negotiating power of exposure. Your art is so darn cute. Can you draw me as an anime character, please? Oh, thank you. My commissions are full right now, though. Commission means I have to pay? Yes, I don't take free art requests. But you only have 1,500 followers. Laugh my butt off. Why are you charging for a drawing? I have more followers than you. I can use it as my DP, then credit you, like a shout out. My guy, even if I have only 5 followers, I won't draw for free. Not for free, I can advertise for you. Yeah, sorry, I'll pass. Have a nice day. What the hell? Then enjoy being a starving artist, sellout. You're gonna go nowhere. Laugh my butt off. This is John from Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.